Good morning and good evening, everyone. We will start in a few minutes. Popeye is already here, and I see 30 people in the live chat already. Do you hear that in the background? That Popeye brushing his teeth. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. We will start in a few minutes. "37 people. Not bad." So let me lower this to 12. I usually play the audio background at 50% of what StreamYard allows me to do here on that part that is called background music. And as you guys know, I put out a short or a small survey a couple of days ago, and I asked the viewers and listeners if the audio background was kind of distracting. Let me just pull that up here, and I believe, let me just go to the survey real quick before we start to get into the different issues here, the stuff that we would like to talk about. Today's show is called a freestyle session. And what do I mean by freestyle session? Freestyle session means we just talk about everything that comes to our mind, latest drama, chismes, whatever. There is really no planning behind this. We or I didn't really prepare anything, but I think sometimes it's just really good to do a freestyle session. A freestyle session means there could be guests and co-hosts, but often or sometimes it just means that I will come on here and do a solo live stream and address a few things that I would like to talk about. And one of the things that I would like to talk about real quick here is I asked you guys, is the audio, the background audio on my live stream, is it kind of distracting? What's your take on it? And around 60 people already voted. 44% said they have absolutely no issue with it. I can keep it that way. 20%, 21% to be precise, said I would prefer it to be a bit quieter. And then around a third of the respondents, that makes around 20 votes, said get rid of it. So this is what I'm going to do. I already did it. I lowered it from 15 to 12. And I would like to ask you guys if, ladies and gentlemen, if the sound right now is okay for you guys. It is buffering here right now.
I can't even hear your
I hope you're
background
still on.
music.
Yeah. You can't even hear mine now. Now it's too low. Yeah, now it's too low. Yeah.
No, I've
But it's
never
okay,
even heard it,
because
period. No, you're missing my point. I never even heard it, period, your background music.
okay, cool. Yeah, that's all right.
Uh,
Because the reason why I do it, it's not for the music itself, because it stabilizes. Um, it doesn't pick up any noise from the real background when I play that music. That's the reason why I play it. But
you're
anyway,
damn right I'm
I
fucking
would just
deaf,
lower it,
right?
keep it at 12. Sorry.
Windsor says Popeye 1 is deaf. You're damn right. I got ringing in my ear. Fucking 20 years of fucking gun mounts and goddamn fucking small arms ranges, for Christ's sake. What the fuck do you expect? And I
Okay,
never
let's get
try to
started.
collect any fucking money off it.
Okay, let's get started. Freestyle session with Popeye, and I believe we will have other people joining this live stream later on. I prepared a short list here while I was checking the background sound. Popeye, let's talk
Yeah.
about anything that
Okay.
comes to our mind. And
Here's
thanks a
what
lot for
comes to my
tuning in, by the way. I see Vesna in there. I see Pennsylvania Trucker in there, Chicken Joker, CFC, and of course I see Expat Trash in the Philippines, Brain Damage, and all the other guys. PH Expat Prepper. Good morning to all of you guys, and the guys over in the US. Good evening, Popeye. You got the stage.
All right. Right now, I'm going to issue a fatwa. Okay. And this fatwa goes
Oh,
out to the fucking hobgoblin. You better stay in that fucking detention center, motherfucker, because if they send you home, I'm meeting you at the airport, man. And I bought one fucking bullet. Okay, just one bullet. Okay, that's all I'll have loaded in my 40 caliber. I bought one bullet. And I'm gonna do you fucking Soviet style, man. I'm gonna put it to your head, pull the fucking trigger, and end fucking life for you as you know it. And then I'm gonna send the bill to your fucking hillbilly family in Decatur, Alabama for the price of the bullet. Get
approaching
my
the
drift? Fatwa has been issued. But on the lighter side, Aloe, on the lighter side, it's what I was just speaking there is hyperbole and entertainment. And I hope I entertained you all. And
You actually always do.
and dude, I love the new nickname, Big shirt travels, man. Who came up with that? Who was that again that come up with that, man? That is so fucking awesome, man. All right. And I'm telling you, he did a show today and he took the show down. What a
Why is
chicken
that?
shit motherfucker. I have no fucking idea. He was picking on some other monger in the Philippines. Okay?
Mm.
And I guess, he got a little afraid, I mean, how could a 400-pound man be afraid? Okay. That wears a quadruple X fucking shirt. I mean, motherfucker is gonna put Bottom and Bailey out of fucking goddamn business, stealing their fucking goddamn tents so he has a shirt. And
By the way,
dude,
it's same shirt travel. Same shirt
same
travel.
shirt,
Saudi
same
and
shirt
Medna
travel.
put it in there. Same shirt travel,
Uh,
and I like that. But yeah, please go back.
and dude, did you see that fucking pimple on her face, man? That thing is fucking growing. Okay, it's got. I mean, when she looks in the camera, that thing goes, "Hello, I'm here. I'm my own country." That fucking pimple is so big it talks to you, man. It's fucking hilarious, man. I mean, dude,
Let
and
me
he
ask
has,
you, where did Nico get his shirt from? Because it
dude. He
seems
went.
to me
He went down to the
it's
flea market. I told him. I told.
exactly the same shirt.
Yeah, I told him go down to the flea market in Oldsmar, and I said they sell those motherfuckers there. And he said, "Are you shitting me?" And I said, "No, dude." So he took his ma down there. They went shopping. They had a great fucking time. He's never been to the flea market, and he found the shirts and he goes, "Oh," he called me up and he said, "Popeye, these are dirt cheap." He started taking pictures and videos. Which one should I get? I said, "Ooh, get that one, get that one." With the pink flamingo on it.
But actually, it looks exactly the same. It looks exactly
Hmm.
the same.
Uh huh.
Or is it just me? Because somebody said it's from C and A or something like that. But it
Yeah,
looks exactly the same.
it's pretty fucking close, right? It's pretty fucking close,
It is, yeah.
and it's just fucking hilarious. And so, when my channel comes back, I'm gonna find I already got new and inventive ways to troll him. Okay, and there'll be nothing he can fucking do. He's trying everything in the book right now to fucking take my channel down, but none of it's fucking working. None of it's fucking working. He's like, I was like yesterday. It said all the strikes were under final review,
Hmm.
and then two of them went back to saying forward. So when they originally say forward, he has to show court action is being taken. Court action.
And
So
that's
I
never going to
think
happen.
so. Two of them went back to saying forward. So I think I got the idea that he fucking made up some fucking story and lied to
Hmm.
YouTube showing court
Hmm.
action. That's how bad this guy wants to take my fucking channel down.
He's
But see,
triggered.
but see, I did something a lot of people don't do. I put myself on the fucking line. I put it out there. I didn't care that he had my fucking real name. There's a lot of other people that got my real fucking name. Fuck them. Okay? And dude, I'm always willing, ready. Please, how many times do I gotta say, instead of driving by my house, please just knock on the door and I'll pop you a new asshole between the eyeballs with a 40 caliber fucking bullet. Right? That's all you gotta do, man. I mean, because I'm certainly not going to take a 15,000-mile flight to come get your fucking low life, fucking scamming, fucking disability ass in some fucking 100-degree weather heat with 3,000 mosquitoes. Not going to fucking do it. Not going to fucking do it. You have to come here. If you want a piece of Popeye, come. Come and get it. Okay? Come and get it. I'm as sharp as the day I was in the military, man. fucking step on my property, I fucking dare you. I double dog dare you. I fucking triple dog dare you. But one thing that's gonna fucking happen, man, is there will be a Christmas Eve live stream. And I will do it on Philippines Christmas Eve. And we will be sending people out to the BI detention center to sing Christmas carols. Right? So make sure you look out the fucking window, Hobgoblin, because Popeye
And you
One
wave.
is sending you some fucking Christmas carolers this Christmas because it's gonna be lonely in that detention center. I won't call it a jail. I might trigger somebody if I call it a jail, you know? Which he really is. He's in fucking jail. He's a jailbird. And the first time I saw him behind bars, I like how he's hanging his arm over and shit. He looked fucking natural. Like he's been there his whole fucking life, man. Just fucking hilarious.
It's better in there. It's better in there for him than it is out there outside of the detention center. That's for sure. We have
Dude,
70 plus people right now. Why do you think is that?
dude, okay. I would say 80% of them are people who want to hear what we have to say, right? And the other 20% are the fucking haters in the background, fucking whining. I can't believe he said that. Take a soundbite.
You really believe you really are people out there who are interested in what we got to say? I mean, this must be a bunch of people who are totally and completely crazy. I just wanted to say a special thanks and hello to DNC. And I see Don C in there, and I see a couple of other guys in there. It's really the who is who of the fucking community is here today. And we already reached 75 fucking viewers, and that's really, really, really great. I believe we will have Michael Fazio on here. Michael Fazio, my new arch enemy, it seems, wants to do a rebuttal and told me, I will come on your channel, Alo, and I will call you out. Enough is
Ooh,
enough.
ooh.
Let's see. Let's
Oh,
see what's going to
okay.
happen.
Well, send her the link and I'll pop open a cold Coke and listen, man.
Okay, good. Yeah, let's wait until Michael Fazio comes on here because he definitely had a lot to say on his last live stream. And I believe our good friend Frank over on Bantayan also jumped on that and was very happy about having the Foz come after me. I wrote down a few things here earlier, and I would like to talk about it, but let's
But
wait
before you
until
do that,
after.
before you
Yeah.
do that, may I ask you, what did you do to garnish the wrath of the Foz?
I do not know, actually. I do not know. I believe he will be here and he will tell us by himself. I mean, he was not happy about me talking about a certain person. I think it's the Golder or the Gulda or Guilty Gilda or Guilty Gildy, Goldie Digger. It's a tongue breaker. But look, he will tell us by himself, and
Okay,
I'll
very
give him
well.
the chance to do that live here on this channel. And I know that Frank, of course, is also listening, and I will talk about that in a minute. Just to give you a short update, tomorrow on my Alo the Winter live streams, I'm going to publish this. I think it's the third episode of the Go Go Bobo tape, and I will continue to do so on my other channel on the Alo the Winter live streams. And I would like to inform you that after all these episodes are out there on the live streams channel, I will publish the whole thing. It's around 1 hour and 40 minutes long. I will publish it on my main channel so you can listen to all of it uh, at once. I will address the situation with Frank maybe after we are done listening to Michael. And I would like to inform you that by next week, I'm going to do a show about Philly and ETP, because this is what's interesting. Philly came out with a survey where he asked his fanboys basically, does artificial intelligence enjoy human rights and freedom of speech? And that is such a misleading question that I would like to address that, because at the end of the day, this is just another way for him to try to discredit content creators who are not his fanboys. This is just another attempt to discredit expat trash in the Philippines. And I want to dedicate at least one show next week to that topic: AI, freedom of speech, and this person, Mr. Jurgens, as we call him, Jurgens boy these days, how he operates in the community, because there is a lot to say about that. I believe he is going to do a show on this coming Sunday, and he already called it How to Catch a Thief, something like that. So I will do that next week, because I think we have a lot of subject matter right now, right here. And he is here, Mr. Michael
Ladies,
Fazio. Hello, Michael. How are you today?
I am doing great. I am the yellow feather today.
Ah!
Before you guys get into this, can you wait to let me get my Jergens and give me a minute to get my Jergens? Okay.
You got it. You got the story for the great and wonderful Popeye. Without you, part of YouTube history would not have occurred. You predicted that Bubba Gums would be in jail. You predicted Bubba Gums would be in jail until Christmas. You
Was
also
Oh, Jesus
you are
Christ.
also responsible for all the great information of the history of the Philippines from 30 years ago that people don't appreciate, but I do. I want
Thank
you
you.
to know.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Maraming salamat po.
Fazio is actually Filipino, just in case you didn't know yet.
Siyempre naman.
No, seriously.
So,
When you look at it objectively, Popeye one is giving us a storyline of how things were 30 years ago. And without the internet, things were the same. But there were also other things that people did not do. They didn't take pictures of their conquests, which I appreciate that information. So his information is invaluable to show us how sick society has become in today's world. We thank you for that, Popeye One.
Walang problema, pare ko.
Salamat. So I also want to talk about the problem with freaking aloe. You know, Aloe DeWinter, the big problem with me and Aloe, this is what started it all. He's got researchers out there that found certain Philippines bloggers on same-sex dating sites. Okay? And I asked him who it was and he wouldn't tell me. So what kind of camaraderie is that? He's got the information. He holds that information in front of my mouth like a horse with a carrot in front of its mouth, like as if I was giving the horse a carrot and the horse can never get to the carrot. I don't like being treated like a horse, Aloe.
Aloe, if you have the resources, you must let us drink from the well. You know, we are not communists.
That
Name that
since
movie.
since Frank since Frank is listening right now and it's fanboys, Frank, if you really thought that this was for real, I think you got just pranked again. Let me talk a little
Hoodwinked.
bit about our
He
good
was
friend.
hoodwinked. Hoodwinked. Bamboozled. He was hoodwinked and bamboozled all in one show.
Let me give you a rundown here. Let's talk about facts, Frank. Um, you are the guy. Not too long ago, you came on here and you did 12 vlogs and 7 live streams about me. When you claimed that you found out who I am, you said Alo has been found. The biggest predator of the Philippines YouTube community has been exposed. One vlog, one live stream after another. Let's not forget that because people often have, at least my subs, have a good memory. You came on here and you were mighty proud about the fact that you have put Alan the Winter down. You exposed him, Alan Fry, P-Papo. One live stream after another. And for months, you claimed that you know who Alan the Winter is. It's Alan Fry. You need, or you know what you need to know. It's him, it's him, it's him. For many months. And people still remember that. What happened to that? What happened to that? You don't talk about that anymore. Because now you claim nobody knows that faceless coward, that faceless, nameless coward. You may have to make a decision. Which one is it? Is it Alan Fry? And you know me? Just as you claimed on your dozens of live stream and blogs. You were mighty proud about that you put down the big Alan the Winter. Isn't it that you come to me all the time, and I have the emails, by the way, where you tell me to put out Bama's passport number, for instance, where you come to me because you try to recruit me for your little vendetta, for your little smear campaigns. You told me to put out the passport number of Bama. I ask you, why is that even such a big deal for you? Why don't you just do it yourself? Because I actually did put out the passport number. I just didn't know if it would trigger him or not. And boy, it really triggered him. If I would have known that, I would have done it a lot earlier. But the question is, why did you not do it? And by the way, again, I have the emails. The only reason why I email you is because I make fun of you. All that stuff that I sent you, I do that with everyone. But you, on the other hand, you send me emails where you try to explain yourself and you tell me that you're not talking about me that much anymore and basically insinuating that I should do the same. And you also go on live streams where you say there is bigger fish to fry, basically saying, do not go after me anymore. And I know that you are in your safe space over there, but since you brought it up so many times, let me ask you a question here. Since you always talk about my identity, and you actually also mentioned that if I would say what I said on my other live stream to the guy that you are living with the long hair you call Gilder, I would like to ask you, would you really do that? Did you really mean that? Because he basically said I would get physical with Aloe. He would not say that to my face. Here's the deal. Let me make you an offer. You're a very successful guy, Frank, right? You have a lot of money. And since you always talk about it, and since you're a successful guy, and I heard on one of your live streams that you are basically planning to travel a little bit more throughout the Philippines. Why don't you come and visit me? I would be very willing to meet up with you, because then I will show you my face, my identity, and I will say what I said on the other live stream right to your face. I don't know what's going to happen then, okay? But this is what I know. I will say that to your face. And again, don't back out now. Don't come up with shit like, you have to come to me, Alo, to the island of Bantayan, to my house, into my fridge, okay? No. You are the one who made these physical threats. You are the one who wants to expose me. And this is a very easy way for you to win the sympathies of the community and the validation of the community. Because that's what you seek, that's what you want. You yearn for it. You want everybody to admire you, and there's one easy way to do that, and that is to expose the Chester. You have 80 people watching right now. And so I ask you, since you're planning to travel, I would come on your show, or you come on mine, or you come on any show you want, and we need to go on record that we will choose a time and date and the location. And then we'll see who is going to back down. Because people are not stupid out there, you know. They will see through the BS if somebody tries to back down. And what I mean by that is we'll go to a location, let's say Mall of Asia or something, at the exact location. And we have to prove that we were there at the exact day and time. Then we'll see who is going to back down. Because I guarantee you one thing. I will be there. I will go there. That's one thing I know. And the second thing is I will say it to your face. I will even say it to Gilder. Shut your fucking mouth up. Shut up your dirty fucking mouth. That's what I'm going to tell her. And you know what you will do? You will do nothing about it. Absolutely nothing. Just like what you did in TGIF when you saw Bama. What did you do? You did absolutely nothing about it. Nothing. Nada.
Oh, I heard that.
Nothing. Okay? But you know what you are going to do? You will go back to your little house in the middle of nowhere, in your safe space on that island, and you're going to tell everyone you were that close to beat Alo the Winter's ass. And next time, if I see him next time, that's when I'm going to do something. That's when I'm going to do something. Just exactly the same excuses you made when you met Michael Fazio here at the NBI office. When you met Bama, your arch enemy in TGIF. 100,000 excuses, no action. And ladies and gentlemen, that's probably the reason why nobody fucking likes you in this community. The people who cheer you on to come after me, whatever that means, are the guys who are a little bit butthurt. And I saw it in your
Click.
on your blog earlier, on your live stream earlier, Frank. You were, I don't know, drugged up. Your demeanor, your hand gestures, you were definitely on something. All, you know, the face inflamed. You look a little bit haggard there. It's all talk, all blah blah blah. The only reason why you're still on here 7.5 years is because there's nothing else you got. What would you do if you weren't on YouTube? You're not traveling. You have no money. You abandoned your family. You abandoned your kid. You're a big letdown. You let down your brother. Your brother fucking reached out to the tenants, begging for attention, begging for somebody to talk to him. You know that Mongo? This is Air calling. That guy. And you have no communication with your daughter whatsoever. Why? Because once she grew up and wanted to become more independent, you just threw her out of the house. What kind of a father would do that? What kind of a brother are you? What kind of a landlord are you? What kind of a person are you? And you use YouTube because you think you have to justify your actions. You cannot get rid of this. You're mentally ill, just like your brother. And you're very focused on your health, not because you're a health nut or something, because you fear the future. And what does the future bring for you, Frank? Nursing home. Do I need to say more? You put all your money in one nest egg. I mean, in one basket, rather. And that's the house that you bought. That's not your house. It's never going to be your house. And all you got is these rants on YouTube. You think you're entertaining? You are, but for all the wrong reasons. We have been manipulating you for 7.5 years. And by the way, the guy who said that I am Alan Fry, that email was written by me. And then I sent it to Eric, and Eric sent it to you. And why did I decide to get Eric to do it? You know why? Because Eric and I appeared to have a falling out on one of the live streams. And so I saw an opportunity to mislead you again. And if you think, by the way, Frank, that Fazio and I are enemies, do you think he would be on here? Did you really believe what he said yesterday? Because actually nobody gives a shit about the guy you call Gildo with the long hair. Who lives with you? Okay? Because everything that we feed you with the hundreds of emails that you get, like the screenshots that you received like 3 weeks ago, and good for you, you didn't take that bait, where we said Alo de Winter has filed an appeal to a copyright strike, and then the name Adrian Riechsteiner or something like that appeared with the address in the city of Bern. We are the guys who are feeding you that, by the way, and the same is true with Ricky and his crew. We have dozens of people who feed you all these kind of information. You will never, ever find any valuable information about me on the internet, because all the things that we put out on the internet is manipulated one or the other. And you better start believe it, because unlike you, when you get caught with a lie, we expose you for it, and you don't like it. You know what I'm talking about right now? When you pretended to be in Cebu, we caught you. People caught you. And then you know what you said afterwards? It was just a prank. It was just a joke. No. You don't do things like that. You're just miserable at it, and you get caught red-handed every time. When you were bragging about the size of your house, people called you out on that. You lied again. You embellished it. You try so hard to come off as a successful man. You're not a successful man. You're a loser. Your family is a family of losers. Your father was a loser. Your mother was a loser. Your brother is a complete fucking loser. Your daughter is married to a loser who is now serving a 5 years jail term. You're a complete zero. And no matter what you are going to say on here on YouTube about me, will change that. Nothing will change that. We can do the tit for tat. You can insult me all you want, but you have to keep one thing in mind. There is this rule that says never feed the troll. And that's very hard to do, because it means that you have to have that level of maturity to walk away from this. And you can't do that. And the weak people out there who actually hate me, Popeye, and the others, and the RRR crew are going to influence you in a way like, this is what you should say about Alo. This is the kind of show you should put out about Alo. And I saw earlier that you actually got very mad when nobody contributed to the channel financially. You started to get pissed. Now, there was a moment in there where he really got pissed and said, you guys want me to do the heavy lifting on here, but you never really contribute to my channel. How come Frank, that the channel of 12,000 subs only gets the same number of views that I get with my micro channel? Why is it that there are 80 people listening to this show right now and you don't even get to 40? How is that even possible? With 12,000 subs. You're a very smart man, Frank. Way more intelligent than I am. Can you explain that to me? If a guy has to cheat on YouTube regarding his subs and views, well, in your case, not so much the views, but the subs, what does that say about his character? And look at the case in Hawaii. You think you are a good man, really? After everything that has been in the last few years, or that has happened in the last 7.5 years. Let me talk a little bit about that. Isn't it that it was you who brought family into this? Isn't it that it was you who attacked May Phelps regularly, called her a bar girl, put her down on your live streams, threatening the Phelps family on a regular basis, and others? Talking shit about so many Filipinos, McDimples, for instance, using all these slurs. And yet you come on here and you think that that slut that you are with enjoys some special protection. I would say that to you, to your face. Now it's up to you to defend, as you always said, to defend the honor of that, yeah, slut. Are you going to take legal action against me? Bring it on. The offer stands. You talk about my identity. You talk about me being a faceless, nameless troll. And you want to expose me so bad. And that's proven by all the live streams and blogs you put out about the Alan Fry situation. Let's get this done. Come on this show. I come on yours. And then we put it out there. This is the time and date, and we will make it happen. Do not back down with statements such as, you have to come to my house. I have no problem with you, Frank. I need you on YouTube, okay? I need you on YouTube. Because we are always looking for content. And a low-life loser who never had a real job all his life, who has achieved nothing in his life, but he thinks that he's some sort of a Napoleon of YouTube, is the exact type of people we are looking for to create content on here. And that points to you, my friend. You are a liar. You always adjust your lies to your goals. You have no credibility whatsoever. On a Monday, you say Fazio is a good guy. On a Tuesday, you say he is a piece of shit. On a Wednesday, you say it's the other guy who hit him who is a piece of shit. And on a Thursday, you change the narrative again. You say, you know what? It was a cowardly act. And you are probably not even aware of that because you are indeed mentally ill. Just like your brother. And I can only imagine what kind of a loser family you come from. Growing up in the state of New York, I think you must have been bullied big time. And that's the reason why you always, act like a fucking fool. Because look, the difference between you and me is the fact that we play a role on here. And if you haven't figured that out yet, let me just tell you. Because 2 days ago, I said, you know what we should do? We should make it look, and actually it's not even 2 days ago, it was like weeks ago when Fazio and I actually talked about this. We should make Frank believe that you and I are fucking enemies. And I actually even told Fazio, after this, you should go back to your channel and bash me again next week. And Frank will interpret it in whatever way he wants. because that's what he did. He was talking about maybe Fazio had a falling out with him. There's more to the story because maybe Arlo gave him some wrong legal advice. I'm not giving any legal advice to anyone, and we have no mission on here. We are having a good time, and you just took the bait again. I know that you are trying to influence Fazio to go after me. That's not going to happen because, unlike you, Fazio wouldn't do something like that. Even if we had a falling out, I've got to know him a lot better over the last 12 to 16 months. Even if we had a falling out, he would just walk away from it, and I would do the same. And that's something that you would never do because you're an angry little man. Remember when you walked up to that neighbor in Hawaii? I can only shake my head in disbelief. You're an angry man with a temper. And the only reason why you are on here, still on here, is not because you're a tough guy and nobody can make you go away. It's because you're in your safe space, in your house, on your remote island. If you and I would live on the same island, you would not be on YouTube anymore. And right now, this is just all bravado, all blah, 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 all just shit talking. But put your money where your mouth is, Frank. You're talking about my identity. You're talking about exposing me. You're talking about teaching me a lesson. You're talking about physical hurt that you would inflict on me if I would say that to your woman. I would say that to your woman, and I would say it to you. And again, that's one of the two things I know. I would say that to you and to your woman. And number two, you will do absolutely nothing about it. And now that I know that this is the kind of shit that triggers you, and that's always a big mistake when you show that to me, where your weak spots are, I will talk about her big time starting next week. And you will not fucking believe what I am going to say about her. And it's not because I actually dislike her. It's a way to trigger you. And that's exactly what we do on here. You were absolutely right about that. And nothing you say about me will ever change that. And you're going to have a lot of fun with that. You want to run to the lawyer because of that? Do you think I'm a second Bama? Do you think I will not hit back? What do you think? Again, let's make this happen. Let the people out there be the judge in the eyes of the public court, as they say. I'm very willing to do that. Just tell me when and where, when you come to the island of Luzon. Because if you travel around, I'm pretty sure that you will have to come through the port of Clark or Manila. And then we can meet up. And I will meet up. You will not take footage of me. I will take footage of you. And I say it live here. Right now, you won't believe me, and I know, Alo is all talk, but I will go there. I have no other choice. I have no choice. I already said it. How stupid would I look if I would put out this kind of challenge and then I will not show up? Oh, Alo just backed out. He didn't show up. No. Because there's absolutely nothing you can do. You're a small man. And the problem with you is you talk like a mobster. But when people start to push back, you know what you say? You guys should be very proud of yourself. You're coming after a senior citizen. I'm just the old, weak man. Yeah, then start talking and acting like an old, weak man you are. So I tell you, and to that slut you are with, to that slut you are with, to that slut you are with, to that SLUT slut you are with, to that slut you are with, to that SLUT slut you are with, shut the fuck up, okay? And I will do it here, and do it in a real world scenario.
So,
So back to you guys.
Aloe, if Frank offered you fellatio, would you take it?
I would offer that to Jimmy, the husband of Gilda, and I would make Frank take make a vlog about it. That's what I would do.
Wouldn't you like to have the camera like pointed right down at your crotch as your throat
Yeah,
fucking
probably,
him?
yeah.
You know,
Probably.
I mean, I think that would really excite you, Aloe. I think that would make you happy. I really do. You know?
Michael,
Yes.
As you can see, your boy Frank is in the live chat. If you look at the latest
is he?
one,
I do not. I do not see him in
Bartholomew Williams.
Bartholomew Williams. I no. Wait a second.
Yeah, you need to get Bobsy back here.
Yeah, Bobsy is probably drunk right now because on the weekends he is drunk. Michael, is there anything you want to say to Frank directly? Because I believe Michael has something to say here.
I have something serious to talk about.
Oh,
keep
God.
Please go ahead.
I keep hearing how Fazio, he did this, he discussed this with the tenants, he made a police report. I never gave the tenants any videos. But as far as a police report is concerned, there is one with my name on it reporting you, Yellow Man, for talking to an 8-year-old child about a man's penis in an unsecured room with the parents, without the parents' permission. You created the police report against you, little man. You talked about a man's penis to a child. You were reported. That's on you. Don't blame anybody else. It's time for you to suck it up like a little man should. That's what I have to say, punk.
Damn.
Michael is getting better and better with his emotional outbursts. You know, when I saw his live stream yesterday, I thought maybe Michael is spending too much time talking to me because it maybe it had a negative impact on me. I want to say something here to White Horse and these guys. I know that you are Frank's fanboys. Look, I understand you don't like me. That's fine. As a troll, as a guy who is doing these kind of live streams in the drama niche of this community, you have to be, how should I say, you have to be thick-skinned. And I know that you believe that I will not show up, I will not do anything. The problem is I never got the opportunity to do anything. So please go over there to Frank and tell him make this happen. And then I would like to see what's going to happen, what he is going to do about it. That's all I'm saying. Keep an open mind about that, because when Frank comes to Manila, goes to Clark, goes to anywhere like Baguio, whatever, because look, he lives in the Philippines. He has never taken his lady to any place outside of the Visayas, and he actually said that he is planning to travel more. And so I think that at some point, even if it's for his passport renewal or a visa run, at some point he will go to Manila. And if that happens, and it's just a question of time, it's not going to happen in a week or two, but I would like to be on here on this channel or any other channel on the record where I say, Frank, if you want to meet up, I will go there. I will be there. And I think there is a lot of incentive here for Frank, Because then he could claim, look, I exposed Aloe the Winter, I met up with him, I put him down, he's a coward. Because look, this is the worst case scenario, okay? If I do not show up, then yes, I'm the coward, and everybody can take their victory laps and they didn't show up. All I'm asking is we have to confirm it. We have to make it very clear, because I don't want to have these tricks done, because usually what they do is like, I was there at Mall of Asia Arena, or I was there at the Ayala Mall right there in Makati and he didn't show up, and then they walk away. That's what's usually happening. So again, go to your master, tell him that Aloe would be open to meet up when you go on the island of Luzon. And all we need to do is to confirm the date. It's not like Frank travels to the port of Manila, vlogs a little bit, and then says, I was here, Aloe didn't show up, and then uploads that stuff like the next day, and then, he's a coward. No, we have to have several vlogs in the run-up to that event. Everybody has to agree to a date. Let's say it's Tuesday, it's the 15th of October, and Mall of Asia or any other mall, okay? Any other public place. If you want, it can be Starbucks in BGC. Well, the Starbucks in BGC. And then you have to prove beyond reasonable. Hang on a second. You have to prove beyond reasonable doubt that you were there at that time and date. And I cannot imagine a situation where we can prove that we were there, but we didn't see each other. There's no way in the world that we would come out with a vlog. This is 15th October, BGC, Starbucks, the same location. Where is Frank or where is Aloe? Because the person who is going to back out, that's the loser. And I'm really open to that idea. Because the question is, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, you frail old little man? What are you going to do? Is it going to be a second TGIF event where you are going to tell your followers that you were this close to do something? Huh? Because I think he is going to back out now and says, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I have my other things to do. I would never act like this in public. He's going to pretend that he is the good guy now. At some point, there will be some sort of excuse. Whether, no, this is so beneath me. I would never do something like that. That's just so beneath me, But he said it right there on 3 of his live streams. He would kick the shit out of me. And
I don't see what he's Aloe.
Take pictures of me.
Hold on, Aloe. I don't see what he would be afraid of, because he always says Filipinos are little guys, and he always puts down Filipinos. He even puts down Filipinas in front of his married concubine, and so, hey. I mean, I don't see why he would be afraid of you, because you're just a little Filipino guy,
Look, the thing is, he's not going to do it, but I want to make sure that I take him up on that offer, because he said, I'm not going to say that to him and his woman, and I would not show up. I'm hiding my identity, blah, blah, blah. Don't talk about others, because look, this is what he does. He's always trying to recruit others to do his dirty work. That's why he comes to me. I don't go to Frank to recruit him for some sort of a smear campaign. We're already number one in this community. We're already the top dogs in this community. Nobody is as good as we are. We have a fucking network in place. We can bash these people every time we want, and there will be absolutely no consequences whatsoever. Nothing. Nada.
Then
the question is not what are we going to do to them. The question is, what are you guys going to do to make us go away? Because when we take a hiatus on here, it's because we just feel like there's not enough sexy topics anymore in this community. And
Yeah,
I
that's
remember,
something I
Popeye, that
wanted.
you mentioned.
That's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah, yeah, me
I
too.
mean, we got the holidays coming up. Are we? You want to go full throttle? Do you want to take a hiatus or what?
I will do a show next week about the ETP issue regarding freedom of speech and rights for AI generated channel. And I think that's going to be a good show as well because I will look forward to the Philly show and I want to see
Hmm.
what he's going to do with this. I want to see where he wants to take this. Will he let it go? Will he go all in?
Well,
I want to know.
let me tell you this. I think if I'm going to give Philly and Philippines some sage advice, okay? And this is real honest advice. This is not manipulation. This
This
is
is
not trying
not
to get
trying to
you to
get.
do something. If you were smart, okay, you would just drop all this shit so quickly, okay? I I mean because like you're right there at the teeter point where you can turn it into a shit show or you can walk away with your dignity. Now, if I told you or
You know
Mr.
what I will tell you
Fazio,
about that?
what?
I
What would
think,
you
and I
tell me
really mean
about
that,
that?
not in a condescending way, not in a condescending way. The best thing for Brian, Philly, and the Philly is just to walk away and let it go, because in the long term, it's
Yeah,
going to damage his channel, and there is really nothing that he can win in this.
because
Because I have a micro channel.
I actually like the guy. I always liked his channel, and I still do. And I'm telling you, from one northerner to another, man, I would walk away. Okay, and that's the way I see it. You know,
There is
I
really
mean,
nothing in it. There's really nothing in it for
nothing
him.
in
You
it
know
for
why?
him.
Because
No.
remember the Jasper in the Philippines situation.
Hmm.
Philly has 111,000 subs. 111,000 subs. Do you know who he recruited to do the Jasper in the Philippines shows? It was me. Took me 10 minutes together with a guy to find out who Jasper in the Philippines was. Jasper in the Philippines heard of this, reached out to me, told me he doesn't want any trouble with me, heard about my reputation, did his research. He wants no trouble with me. Boom, gone. And I have no problem with that. I let it go. It's for other guys out there to decide what they want to do with this. We have the name, address, and everything like that. And what I'm trying to say is do not underestimate people by belittling the number of subs and views they get. I understand that, the high number of subs and views really gotten to his head a little bit. And I do still like Philly, I must tell you, for the sole reason that he is taking care of his wife and the children. He's not the father, and they respect that. But lately, I see another side in him. And I still remember the many conversations we had when we were still running RRR. He came to me and he wanted us to do the dirty work for him. I always looked at it as content for our channel. But I do know people who know him, personally know him, and what they said about him is not too flattering. And I don't take that lightly when he basically threatened me and made me responsible for the threats against
Yeah.
him
See,
and
I don't know him like that. I don't know him personally. I just know once in a while he showed up on my live chat, said hello. You know, just
yeah,
with
yeah,
me and him, it was just an association, nothing personal. Period. And I
yeah.
seen his channel and I've seen some of his clickbait, and I thought it was pretty fucking funny. You know, especially when he does the clickbait and all that shit. But I'm seriously saying, just walk away from this shit, man. Because like, I tell you, Philly, I want to get on. I want to fucking destroy. Uh, same shirt travels. I want to destroy Frank. I want to, have my crew come out and sing Christmas carols for the Hobgoblin in front of the BI detention center. Just bigger fish to fry. Not saying that you're a small boy or anything like that. It's just like I don't want to deal with it, and especially after watching EPT channel where I saw your name come up, where you actually copyright strike that channel, and I have to say I was disappointed, very disappointed, especially because you said free speech and all that shit. I mean, a real American wouldn't do that shit. Okay? And so, I mean, and I only give like one
It's fine.
pass. I only give one pass.
Yeah.
That's the pass I give you. I give you a pass on that. I'm not gonna tear you a new asshole on it, but I hope I never see anything like that again. Because I always thought of you as, one of the good guys, man. I really did, Aloe. And now I got all these fucking people telling me all this shit, and so what do I do now? I'm betwixt and between. You know what I mean?
That's a little bit of a problem. I understand that because I have been feeling the same way about him for a very long time. And the one thing that really disappointed me, is when his wife actually did one of these no bra dancing videos on there. And I really thought, okay, it's one thing to do it with these bar girls walking around in Fields Avenue, but it's another thing when you let your wife do this for views on your own channel. It's the mother of the people that you claim to love and your family. And even if she was okay with that, and even if she will back him up on that, sometimes a husband has just to jump in and say, no, this is not going live. This is not going up there on my channel, because he must be aware that a lot of the people who are actually sub to his channel are absolute fucking weirdos. And the Jurgens crew is really no good at all. And that's something that really was a low point. And after that, I must say, I was disappointed, because he often would tell me that he is anti this kind of content, that he is against the exploitation of women and children on Fields Avenue, the promotion of sex tourism and all that. He often would tell me things like that. But what I never really fully understood, and probably because I never really looked into it, is why is he always coming out with that clickbait? And I believe it's really because he tries to, uh, make money on YouTube, and he fully understands. He completely understands that sex sells. That's the reason. And look, it's funny that you brought up same shirt travel. Let me tell you
Hmm.
this. We have information that all these guys who fucking hate us on YouTube are trying to influence Philly in a, let's say, rather negative way, because they see now an opportunity to get even with us. And why is that? They think that when a big channel, they look at that name to hijack his channel and turn it into a machine against us. It's a little bit like what they try to do with the shill, where all these vloggers with thousands of subs came together and said, we need to attack RRR. We need to expose RRR. We need to make RRR go away. And by doing so, they gave us so much content, so much that we had one fantastic fucking epic show every fucking time. And we always won. No doubt about that. And
But you know
what's
what?
happening right now,
You know
please
what
go ahead.
nobody's talking about? You know what nobody's talking about? I'll bring it up. Bobsy's saying here, Popeye likes that seedy stuff because that's how Navy brought him up, so he wouldn't see a problem with it. I could not disagree with you anymore. Okay, and here's what people aren't talking about. All these vloggers that are in the Philippines, they go to Bogarts, they go down on Fields Avenue, they go to Blowjob Alley, they go to Barrio fucking Moretto. Okay, they've all hit the fucking bars. There's nobody fucking innocent here. But here is my fucking point, okay? It's not only the expats that are to blame, it's also the Philippine government that let this shit go on, okay? There's two sides to every fucking coin, okay? Yeah, the Navy tried to bring me up that way, but I went by code honor. Yeah, when I was younger, I hit the bars, had a good fucking time because I knew nothing about politics. I knew nothing about how the world actually worked because I was only 22 years old. I didn't know jack shit. I was out of Podunk, Boston for the first fucking time, right? So, trying to blame the Navy, a lot of people try to blame the fucking Navy for all these extra kids and shit. Well, Philippine government is just, and the local government is just to blame also, because they let the Filipinos build these establishments. They let the expats in to
Look,
flood
the
money in
thing to
to
go to
make
these
these
bars promote.
establishments and promote this shit. Okay, so I'm tired of people fucking blaming just one fucking person. Let's call everybody out. Okay, there's plenty of fucking blame to go around. Don't be so fucking narrow minded and so fucking, how would I put it? I, it, no, I don't even want to use that word, but don't be so fucking narrow minded to think it's just like one person or two persons' fault. Okay? There's a bigger fucking picture at fucking play. Okay? And show me an expat that hasn't been into the bar, and I'll show you a motherfucker that's got three fucking bottles of Jergens lotion in his fucking CR while he's in fucking Philippines. Okay, all right. So I this is where I'm telling you, don't get fucking uppity with me, motherfuckers, because you rile the wrong fucking person. Okay, you will rile up the wrong fucking person, and I will say and do things that you do not like. Okay, I will make your boyfriend Aloe De Winter look like a fucking choir boy. Okay? Don't fuck with me like that. Wrong fucking answer.
But look, what you said is absolutely right on the money, Popeye. Let me tell you this: going to the bars, going to these places, absolutely no issue with that. We are not the church choir here or something like that, innocent or whatever. People do that. That's fine, no problem with that. That's not the point. The point here is, and I agree with you, it's his way promoting it by doing these kind of vlogs, and it says a lot about his character, and he makes money from that. He's not keeping it private. It's not the personal issue for him. He is making money of it. That's what his content is all about. And it's actually not really good content, because I noticed that when you come out with content, you have a woman on there, you have some sleazy stuff on there, people are going to click on it because, again, sex sells. I did a small experiment a couple of days ago where I just put out something along. I titled it "Uncle City Monger" or something like that, and I used the thumbnail of a woman in a two-piece bikini, and that
Dude, you
blog
got
got
you got a lot of
a lot of
clicks, didn't
views.
you?
And actually, there was
Ah,
nothing about it. It was just clickbait. And that's exactly what he does. Understands that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there is a There's a fine line between showing the reality on fields and basically exploitation or promotion in this case. And he doesn't make it right just because you ask him you want to be on cam. He knows exactly what he is doing. And the only excuse he had for it is I give people what they want. And what he is basically saying, let me translate that to you. It's not my responsibility. I just do what they want. It's them. And he has a tendency to do that. And I do believe that one of the reasons why he always somewhat tried to get along with us is because he knew back then that he was trying to basically cover his ass, because he always felt if I get along with all these guys, then nobody is probably going to call me out. And it worked for a very long time. And it's
Worked
thanks
for
to
another
guys like
vlogger.
Expat Trash.
Worked for another vlogger too.
Yeah, because these people always want to meet up with you. And the problem is, it corrupts you. Once you meet up with people, once you become buddy-buddy with them, there is an additional hurdle to go after them. And that's exactly what's happening with regular guy in Philly, because these guys, they met up. And so Philly does not feel that he has any obligation whatsoever to call out Scotty. But he feels he has to do that with Jasper, although both are actually the same, in my view. One is good, the other is bad, and they do exactly the same regarding the women, the disrespectful behavior. But one met with Philly, and the other one talked shit about him. And at the end of the day, it's all about that. Philly applies the freedom of speech concept only to those guys who support him and defend him. If a little channel, some micro channel out there disagrees with his content, he goes after them. He's very thin-skinned, but he's not going to show you that on his live streams. He wants to come off as this likable guy who is just running a channel and has a good time. But he goes at great length to take down ETP. And we will talk about that next week in detail. We have a great show here right now.
Here's
Let's
a question for
going.
you. If he went
Yes.
to great lengths to take down EPT, and if I say anything about him or put up part of a live stream that he had, that like, am I gonna fucking get slam dunked like that too?
I do not know, but what he does is he will let people on, and then he will let them talk about, Popeyes, this and that. He's not going to directly address you. It's even the threat that he made against me. He basically said, I talked with my lawyer, I have been threatened, ETP has done this and that. It's beyond my control now. If people will question you, Alo. And what he was basically saying is, this might cause trouble because the authorities might think that you are related to ETP, and this might cause trouble for you. And he's basically saying, I have nothing to do with this. That's the authorities. But he's insinuating that people will take legal action. And they told him right there what I said on the last live stream. You don't scare me one bit. You don't scare me one bit. Even
Why
the
do these guys
in his survey, does AI have human rights and enjoy freedom of speech? I would like to talk about that, but I just want to tell you this. The same guy would argue, I'm going to file a case against ETP because it's about the content creator itself who is behind it. It's a very misleading question because, of course, AI doesn't have any human rights. It's not human. But in the same time, you could say the paper that the newspaper is printed on doesn't have any freedom of speech, but it's the content creator behind it, the publisher, the journalist. But I think he doesn't have the intellectual capacity to, develop a deeper understanding of what he is actually talking about.
But here's what I want to know.
The main goal is to discredit ETP and everyone who actually disagrees with him But there
Okay,
is one
but
thing
let
that he
me.
was right about when he said, hang on a second, when he said you cannot please everyone. That's absolutely true. How can somebody expect with 111,000 fucking subs that everybody would just praise him, that everybody says, oh, you're a great guy? Of course, there will be people who are not too fond of what you do. And of course,
Okay,
there are people who are not happy with the content. So be it. But he's very
yeah,
sensitive about it. He's using ETP's thumbnail avatar. He's doing one show after another. And that really shows you that the rumors that I have heard about him are maybe true. And so we will look into that. But again, you were right, Popeye, when you said he should just let it go because there's really nothing that he can win in this. It's
all right.
just making our channels bigger and bigger and bigger.
Let me ask
Please.
this. Okay, let me get a fucking word in here. Breathe for a minute, will you? Jesus, this is what I'm fucking tired of. I'm tired of you motherfucking Americans, Brits, Aussies, and whoever fucking else, whatever fucking godforsaken fucking country you come from, going to Philippines and then going local. Now, what do I mean by local? Okay? I will trigger a few of you out there. Dave Phelps said it best. He used to always tease the shit out of Alo's boyfriend, Eric. Eric! And said, oh, you're going local, huh? Dude, they fucking, what local means is you're acting like a fucking Filipino, and you're not. You go into their fucking country and you're acting like you're a fucking Filipino. Oh, you fucking lazy cocksuckers who go there and act local, what you're actually fucking doing is making an idiot out of your fucking self. Because the locals, they fucking laugh at you. They just fucking laugh at you because you're a bunch of pencil dick motherfuckers. Okay? Stop it. Stop looking like an idiot. Okay? Dude, I mean, how many times I gotta tell you, man? This lawsuit shit, I'm gonna get a lawyer. And you know who started all of this fucking shit, don't you? Am I right or am I wrong with the fucking lawsuit shit? Okay? You know who started it all, man. All right? And so if I hear one more fucking person say I'm gonna fucking start a lawsuit, I'm like, holy fucking Christ, man. I mean, you fucking people gotta grow up. Do my words really cut that fucking deeply? Do you know how many fucking lawsuits I've been threatened with? I even been threatened by that fucking idiot, Frank. He said he was gonna call the fucking police on me and and fucking boldly come out on a live stream, which he took down 2 minutes later, saying really bad things, and he was going to report it to the police. Basically, he was going to commission a felony. Okay? That's how bad I fucking triggered Frank. He was going to commission a felony. That's why I did 4 nights of Frank. Okay? And the last one was fucking the $60,000 mushroom man. Okay? Dude, any guy to sit there and sing that fucking inappropriate song to a fucking 8-year-old fucking child, 9 years old, I'm not gonna fucking get into an argument or how old the kid was. Kid was a fucking minor. And you're gonna fucking sit there and sing that song to him when you damn well know what it fucking means? As far as I'm concerned, you're a fucking pedophile, Frank. There, I said it. Now come out on a live stream. Now come
Let
out on a
Fazio
live
let, let
stream.
Fazio work his
Now,
magic.
now come out on a live stream and tell the fucking world I called you a fucking pedophile and you're gonna fucking sue me and call the fucking cops. Because this is what I got for you. All right? This is what I got for you, you little cunt. Right there.
Frank,
Right there.
Frank, tell your woman to shut the fuck up Okay, there you go. Let Fazio work his magic with his ding 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 pot here. And I would like to say hello to Trigger Woman 888, Share Pencil the artist, and of course Black Rain, and I even see Louis Pagan Pons in there. And every time Fazio talks about that guy, Louis Pagan Pons, it always cracks me up because I think it's a fantastic fucking name, Louis Pagan Pons. I mean, it's so unique and different. It always cracks me up. It always puts a smile on my face because, look, people have all kinds of names on here, but the name itself, Louis Pagan Pons, I don't know, but it sounds so. No offense, man. It sounds so fucking weird that it's really cool. And I would also like to say hello to Van Turner, Johnny Watt, and all the other guys in
Yeah,
there. They're so
Read Mitch Lewis, man.
being an honorable courteous, considerate, and respectful. Being honorable, courteous, considerate, and respectful is how I describe the Filipinos I have met. Others should emulate this behavior. Popeye, I find your behavior repulsive.
Well, you're probably
Did I
a
read
pro.
out loud the right comment? Because I
Yeah.
was expecting a positive comment, something that would praise you, but this
No,
fucking comment is putting you down, my friend.
let me say what I have to say. I have to say to that fucking comment, motherfucker, that you must be a frustrated priest that ain't had sex in a fucking month of fucking goddamn Sundays, all right? And if you don't expect this kind of fucking talk when you come to this fucking show, you should take a fucking hike, all right? Just like fucking bail out now, man. Jesus Christ, I spent 20 years in the Navy. You think I'm not going to swear, be a little inappropriate, have some fucking fun? I mean, Jesus, go to church, say about fucking 5 novenas for all I give a flying fuck. Okay? I mean, I'm tired of you fucking white knight cocksucking motherfuckers, all right? Be respectful. Be this, be that. Did I hurt your delicate sensibilities? Fuck no, I ain't drunk. Fucking sober as a
I have a
goddamn
question
fucking
for you guys,
judge.
gentlemen. I have a question.
Mm-hmm. Carry on. Oh, you're cutting out, bro.
How about now? Everything fine?
Yeah, got you now. Go ahead, ask your question.
Yeah, I wanted to ask. Fazio here. Are you
Yeah,
still with us, Fazio?
yeah,
Do you have a metal pot rhyme for us?
yeah. I got, I got a pot. I got
Please
a
go
pot.
ahead.
I am constantly begged for information that's none of anybody's fucking business. But the little fella, he has a case in Cebu, and I want to know what's going on. From what I know, he hired somebody to go after his competition over there. When the hitman he got to Bogo, he got his ass kicked and admitted he was sent. He was sent by a yellow fella who don't have the balls to do his own jobs. He's done other things like this in the past. He went after Bama and he hired someone to come see me. The little bitch boy does not have the balls my mother was born with.
I want to ask you, Bob, what do you think of this when you are facing pure insanity in the form of Michael Fazio's metal pot? I mean, isn't
Dude,
that
dude, It's fucking entertaining. It's original. It's about fucking time. And if anybody is in the live chat, like I said before, with delicate sensibilities, get the fuck out of here, man. Will you? Just look, look. I was born under the sign of Gemini, the twin. Okay? I have two
Mhm.
fucking personalities. I could come on this show, have a great fucking time, use profanity, fucking insult people like I was Rodney Dangerfield, have a great fucking time. It's great. And then I go on Yacht Show. Listen to me on Yacht Show. When I go to Yacht
Mhm.
Show, I sound like a fucking altar boy. Okay? There's not one swear word out of my mouth. I call yachts kiddo. I say hello very nicely to everybody in the live chat. I explain things very slowly because she has a lot of Filipinos that like it when the Americans speak slowly so they can understand. And I do all that. See, it's a fucking. I had the duality going there. I could be Mr. Nice Guy or I could be your worst fucking nightmare. Which one do you want?
You're a versatile live streamer.
I mean, really, we're here to have fun tonight, right? Is that not it? Freestyle? That's what we're doing
That
tonight.
yeah,
All right,
that's
dude.
that's that's exactly what I mean. But that's what a freestyle session, a freestyle live stream is all about. You don't know exactly what's going to happen, but you
Hmm.
know you're going to go live, and you know you're putting out the link there, and then you wait for people to come on, and then you just talk about whatever comes to your mind. And you know what came to my mind? Following question I would like to ask you, and I would like to start with the marvelous Michael F here. Do you have any explanation for following question or answer rather? Why do you think do people, at least some people, hate Nico from Nico's experience, the name of his channel? Why do they hate him so much? Because look, I get it. I get why people hate the marvelous Faz. I get it when people say, I hate Popeye 1. I don't want anything to do with that fucking guy. His fucking sea stories are complete BS. And I don't like that fucking Chester guy there. You know, that guy, that fucking guy with that weird accent. What was his name again? That guy with the Chester. I fucking hate that guy. And I get it. I know why. But what is it with fucking Nico's experience who goes out there with his mom, with his daughter, shows us a little bit of what he does over in Florida, travels to Colombia, and seems to be an all-around decent guy. Foss,
I I've watched
what do you think? What do you think is the reason behind it?
I've watched many of Nico's experience videos. I've listened to him for hours on end. I have never ever seen him do anything that I would disagree with or I don't actually enjoy. He brings people to the beach. He shows people that you can help someone load a car with sandbags. He talks to you from his kitchen with his mom and his family. He's probably not liked because he's probably got more going for him in life than most of us, and I include myself, because I no longer have a family. He has a family. He has people that love him. He has children. He just had a grandbaby. They're probably just jealous that he has a full, complete life. That's my opinion, and I'm going to stick to it.
Now, I give you my opinion on this. Everything Michael Fazio said is true. Nico's just a regular schmuckatelli. He loves his mom, loves his familia. This is where Nico goes wrong. Okay. Number one, he hangs out with Popeye. Number two, occasionally he hangs out with fucking Aloe de Winter. That's two strikes. The third strike is because Nico is a regular guy. They fucking hate it. They hate it. They are fucking jealous of it. And they look at it, they try to emulate it. But how can lonely fucking people like the racist fairy, fucking same shirt travels, Frank is totally ostracized from his family. You just take those three bloggers alone. Oh, and you take the drug dealer, the low level drug dealer who's got a black eye now, right? That looks really fucking good. You take him, he has no family. Who wants to fucking, none of his family wants to associate with him. They know what a fucking sleaze he is. And then they see Nico cooking in his kitchen, being sweet to his mom. Fucking, then they see me and Nico together and fucking, hey, oh, the kid needs a baby carriage. Here you go, man. Fucking didn't even ask me. Just gave it to him. You know, he great relationship with his daughters. They are so fucking jealous of that. That's the fucking main reason. And then what sends them over the fucking top is they want to rip their hair out because he's friends with Popeye. That just really fucking destroys everything. See, they can't
So,
use him. They can't
mhm.
use Nico. Okay, they can find other people to use, but they can't use Nico. They just can't do it. Nico won't allow it.
So you're
You
saying
know,
guilty by association is what's going on here because there is really
fucking
no other
exactly,
fucking reason to it. What do you think
exactly.
about that, Michael? What do you think about that? Do you think it's because of by association? And I want to ask you, Michael, by the way, because I know it's the case with Popeye. I know it's him associating with me that he gets a lot of flack for. How is it in your case, Michael? Do people attack you because you have always been a controversial figure in this community, but do people attack you for the fact alone that you and I seem to get along?
Yes, they do that. And but I'm gonna be frank with you. People are jealous of my wonderful lifestyle. All the things that I have done in my life, all the things that they will never do, all the places I have been to, the things I have owned in the past. They can't accept, they can't accept the fact that somebody had an ocean race, a Cobra, a beautiful house in Florida. They don't like that, so they will try to knock me down for it. You got some piece of shit like P.A. Trucker who said for years that he was a successful truck driver, and now he's sucking the Giga Eagle's dick for 5,000 one week and 3,000 another, and talking smack about me on Big Kevin's channel. Why? What did I ever do to him? All I said to him was that he gave $5,000 to Bubblegums when he shouldn't have fucking gave a fucking penny because they're bullshit in my opinion. Okay, so because I called him out on the carpet for giving money to fucking Bubblegums, who is a piece of shit, and everybody knows it. Now I'm a piece of shit, so he can talk bad about me on Big Kevin's show. But because they know I'm right. In regards to you, Aloe, they go back 5 years. It's going back since you and I had a problem. The day we agreed not to have a problem ever again and that we were going to work with each other on a project, they hate that I could be friends with somebody like you, that you would never accept them as friends. So they're jealous of me again for that respect because they can't be friends with the great fellow the winter.
There is no other guy on YouTube who is sometimes so full of it, like Michael F. here, the marvelous Michael F. But he does it with style, and therefore I really like the stuff that you are coming up with, Michael. I have a question to change the topic here for a second, since we have like 70 plus people listening to this, and a very good number of people listening
wait,
throughout the whole
wait,
show.
wait. One more thing. Let me explain to you fucking
Yeah.
assholes out there. Number one, I grew up in New York City. Number two, I grew up in Howard Beach with every fucking movie in New York City. I grew up with those people within less than a half a mile of my house. Every fucking one of them I knew as a child or their children. None of you people could say that. Then I owned property in Michigan. I went the bobsledding down mountains in Michigan. I went on snowmobiles all through the fucking mountains of fucking Michigan. My backyard
I
was
went
50.
bobsledding. I like that.
I did.
What does FNYC mean?
Fazio from New York City.
Oh, okay.
Fazio from New York City. I would like to ask you guys. I would like to ask you guys a question here to change the subject matter just for a second, because this has been a topic for some of you guys since we had a lot of people listening throughout the whole show. I would like to say thank you very much, because it really means the world to me that you guys are out there supporting this channel by
You're
tuning
full
in,
of shit.
whether you like me or the guys on the channel or not. Can I have
Holy
a
shit.
fucking minute on my fucking channel here? But I would like to say or ask you, how is the background sound now? Because nobody was complaining. I lowered it from 15 to 12, and it seems that 15 for some was a little bit too loud. Now I'm at 12. I can barely hear it, but I would like you guys out there to tell me if the background right now is okay. Then please press 1. And if you think it's still too loud, press 2. There will be a couple of specialists and experts in there who will press 2 intentionally, or 3, and say, get rid of it or make it even louder. And then we should maybe do a show where we have it at 100%. But let's see what people say. 1, if it's okay the way it is now. 2, if it should get even lower. And it seems that most people, Popeye is trying to fuck with me as usual. I would like to ask you guys,
I love you.
would you like to do another live stream next week with this same panel here? Because I think there is some good chemistry going on here. Because you, Popeye, are a completely different type of person than Michael F. here. And I am just me. So I think we have a very good mix here. And it seems that the numbers do not lie. Again,
Dude, you've been holding
tomorrow,
over 70 the whole show, man.
Wait.
It was good. I think we had one time I saw fucking 90, and that's not too bad. And you know why? Because I tell you, this, after all, is a micro channel. This is a micro channel, ladies and gentlemen. And we get the same number of viewers on a live stream, just like the big ones. Just like the big ones. Because there are people out there like fucking 10,000 fucking subs.
They got 12 people watching.
Yeah.
I got a request. I was requested to say Mike Hunt 3 times fast. And I'm going to say it. Mike Hunt reminds me of being
And right now, at this very moment, people are going to timestamp this and report it for sexual bullying and whatnot. I saw Douglas Williams on there, and he said, add Van Turner to the panel. Well, Van Turner, if you hear this and if you are out there, you're always welcome to come on this show. You know that, buddy. Always
I
welcome to
like,
come
I
on this
like, you know,
show.
I actually like Van Turner.
What do you think will happen next now?
He's the meanest little redneck I ever fucking seen come around on a live stream, man. When he tore,
It's
dude,
definitely
quite
very entertaining.
entertaining.
I
When
think
he
it's definitely
tore,
very
you
entertaining.
know, same shirt travel, a new asshole on that other channel, I just fucking lost it. I fell off the fucking chair laughing, man. And he just did not let up. It was fucking great. It was actually RR style fucking trolling, man. It was fucking great.
It was it was fantastic. It was epic. Have you checked out the live stream that I did with Van Turner last week?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I was
It
there
was a
for
great
it.
show, right?
It was
I
a great
remember you
show.
were
I
there.
was listening in the background, and all I wanted to do was sit there, drink my Coca Cola, and listen to it. And I was just
You
like,
know what's the
yeah,
easiest? You know what's the easiest way to at least try to figure out where a vlogger, where a guy stands on the issues when you ask him, "What do you think about this, this, and this guy?" Because that's how you can at least try to figure out
oh,
what kind of a
definitely.
person he is. You know,
You're
when you throw,
dealing who you're dealing with. Yeah.
yeah, who you're dealing with. You know, when I ask you, so where do you stand on big chat travel? What do you think about Big Kev? What do you think about Nico? What do you think about Van Turner? What do you think about ETP? What do you think about Philly in the Philippines? And you know, the more you throw out there, and the more they talk about these bloggers, the better you understand where they could stand on the issue. You know, and that's
Hmm.
actually I think that's something that we should continue to do, and do it on other channels once we get people on the panel that are not so well known for their channel or their content, because there are a lot of people out there, very interesting people, who I would like to invite to get on the panel and ask them a few questions. Big E, for instance, who is not very active right now, and I know the marvelous Michael Fazio doesn't like him at all. I told him, "You're always welcome here, and you will." And he said he will be very willing to come on the panel and do an interview with me. I wouldn't really call it an interview, just a talk with Biggie. He is somewhere out there. I believe he had surgery on his eye. I wish him fast recovery. I saw him, I think, a day or two ago on the Nico channel in the live chat, and I told him, "Would you be willing to come on?" And I think he will come on. Then we'll do an interview with him. I think it's going to be very,
But I got a
very
message for
interesting
your.
as well.
I got a I got a message for your listeners. If any of you are watching the Dipshit Travel Show, I want you to pay attention to his hairline and his hair. Because I saw the show he put up this morning, and I'm like, dude. And I was looking at his hair, man, and he has dyed it so many times, it's fucking fried. He's gonna be bald soon, okay? He's
It's just
gonna be
ridiculous when
bald.
an old man does something like that. Just age with
Oh,
some
man.
dignity. Own your fucking shit. I mean, dyeing
Dude,
your hair. Jesus
I
Christ,
gotta
man.
give Fazio credit. He don't fucking dye his hair. Well, I take that back. He dyed it orange one time, and that was fucking quite hilarious. Okay.
Fazio doesn't dye his hair because his hair's dyed. Okay, that's the reason why.
I mean,
But let
just go
me
old gracefully, man.
exactly. That's
Come on.
exactly what I'm trying to say. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if there's anyone out there who would like to join this panel, not today, but next week and in the coming weeks, please feel free to contact me through my email, aladdewinter1725 at protonmail.com. You will find it in the About section, or get in touch with me on my FB page, Willem Aloysius de Winter, and we can make it happen. I'm very open to that. Next week, I might do a solo live stream, because that's something that I have never done before. And I think it's the highest level of doing live streams. You just come on here and there is no interaction on the panel itself. You just talk about whatever comes to your mind. Usually, only complete nut jobs are really good at that. And that's why Frank actually is only almost all the time doing solo live streams. But that's not because he's so good at it, it's because he wouldn't really last on a panel because there is at least some form of social interaction. And we all know that he is a guy who is probably suffering from multiple personality disorders. He wouldn't even get along with his own fucking panel. That's how pathetic he is. I
That
would like to
motherfucker
wrap.
comes on the panel. You better ask him which fucking personality did he bring today.
I would like to wrap this one up because we are at the nearly at the 2 hours mark here because I tried to
Oh,
keep the
let's go
shows.
8 hours. Let's go 9 hours. Ah, like
I
you
would
do to
like to keep
me,
the show
huh? Ah.
below 2 hours. Yeah, well, I tell you that, Popeye, because it's your fucking channel. That's why, and I don't. I'm not responsible for it.
Motherfucker,
If it goes
payback's a
fucking
bitch,
down
ain't
south,
it,
that's
huh?
why.
Payback's a
But
bitch, ain't it?
if you are the host, if you are actually really the host, you look at things different. And I tell you something. When I go on somebody else's channel and do a live stream, I do not feel nervous at all. There was a time where you feel a little bit nervous. What am I going to say? And what am I going to do? But when you host it, you still have that little bit of how it's not really the term nervousness isn't really correct, but you
Kinda a
still
little
have that
bit of
feeling I
doubt.
better deliver because
Yeah.
people out there will associate the show with you, and if you don't deliver, people are going to say, you know what, fuck it, I'm out of here. And that's the worst that can happen because it's actually a sign that you have to change the content of your channel. If you have like less than 15 people listening, you have to change the content. But if you have anywhere between 25 and 35 people, you got yourself a show. That's good, especially for a micro channel. This channel here, 20 is good, but 15 is minimum. If it's less than 10, maybe it's time for you to hang up the gloves, or in this context, to hang up the mic and move on. Because once people say, look, we don't want these guys up there anymore, they're not entertaining, they're completely fucking boring, there's nothing there, then it's time to go. But
I agree with you, man, because
right now,
fuck.
it's looking good. It's really looking good for us. Popeye, I am very reluctant to talk about private conversation in general, the ones that we had, and I'm not going to do that. But this is something at some point we will need to talk about that. And that's the last point for this show today: retirement, or hash, or let's put it this way: retirement or taking a hiatus. And I remember we talked about that. And I remember that I had a conversation with Roberto about it as well. And I think at some point we will need to take a hiatus because I think everything has been said and done. I believe December of this year might be a good time to take a closer look on what is going on in the community, because I believe it might come to an end. I wouldn't really go on record and say we are going to retire, but I think it would be time again for a hiatus because there is just not enough content out there. And what I'm saying is, up until the end of the year, I promise you that this channel here, the All of the Winter channel, and all the associated channels, All of the Winter live streams with the Go Go Bobo tape, I'm preparing a lot of vlogs. I'm preparing the newest and latest Bama tapes. And I will put that all out there. Man, the guy is miserable in there. He fucking hates it. I will put it all out there very soon. I will talk about it soon again. But I think that once the pig nose case with Fazio here comes to an end, and once we get a clearer picture of what is going on with Bama, I don't see any reason to keep doing this. I think we won again. We are about to win again. These people are going down. They're facing legal problems, and I think that would be the right time to say, for some to retire, for others to take a hiatus.
Yeah, because I always
What do you
enjoy
think
pulling
about
that
that?
pin. I always enjoy pulling that pin on the grenade, flip it over my shoulder, and walk away. That's quite fucking enjoyable. And I will tell you, I will probably I will have to say after my Christmas Eve special, I will probably take a little hiatus. And
Yeah.
I will, if I do come back, it will be doing bike trail vlogs.
Hmm.
And because I now have a microphone for my cam,
For the cam.
and that way I can, talk to you while I'm out on the bike trails,
Yeah.
and tell you what I think about the community and what's going on, instead of doing a lot of live streams, a lot of Popeye One shorts. And I do have to say, my final thing to say to you guys is they ruined, and I mean by they, and I will call them all out, fucking dipshit travel and his crew in Philly have now ruined doing Popeye One shorts because of this copyright strike takedown shit. How can I actually do a Popeye One short if I can't use the content that you guys are acting like idiots? Okay.
Look, I think you have to wait until YouTube gets back to you. I know it takes a lot of time. It's frustrating. I understand that, but I tell you, hang in there, and in a week or two, you might come back. And this is the good news, okay? Once YouTube looked into your shit, okay, and once they say you are cleared, you are really cleared.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nobody out. I mean, and I know because I made one fucking channel after another. These channels got taken down so fast that I just kept creating other channels. And then in 1 or 2 days, all of these fucking channels came back. And I have a fucking Hitler speech on one of these vlogs. And I don't even know if the YouTube guys realize this, but it's Adolf Hitler talking about gas chambers in the background. And even that fucking channel, because I knew that channel is going to get burned. But when they put that shit back on, then there's still hope for people like me and for people like you. So just wait, hang in there. It's going to be fine. And once they clear your fucking channels, then you go in big time with the Popeye shorts, and everybody will give you a fucking warm welcome. I guarantee you. If your channel goes down, that's shit. But there are enough people out there who will give you a shout out, who will promote your channel, just like in my case with ETP and all these other guys, because that's exactly what it's actually all about. To get back, not to give up. And I know they will clear your name.
But I
Because
want
at the end of the day, it's just using these skits,
yeah.
that content. It's not going to it's not they will not take away your fucking channel.
But I want to say this to you guys. This live stream was brought to you by San Miguel Beer, Beer None Beer, the official beer of Dipshit Travel. San Miguel Beer, Beer None Beer.
Man, your microphone sounds great. How or what kind of fucking microphone is that? Is that some sort of a PlayStation fucking headset that you mentioned a couple of years ago? Or what are you using?
Hold on. I got the box to this, man. I got the
But it's a
box to
headset,
this.
right?
Yeah, it's a headset with the mic on it.
Okay.
With the mic
Uh-huh.
attached
Uh-huh.
to it.
Okay.
It's
That's cool.
so go to the store and look for a LS41. It's for PlayStation 4. It's wireless gaming headset.
It sounds good. I must say it sounds really, really good.
Dude, I've had this for almost a year now. Haven't had a fucking problem with it.
Great.
Just I think oh yeah, I got that for I got that for last Christmas. My daughter
Last
gave
Christmas, I gave you my mic. Na, 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 na.
my daughter gave me that.
The daughter that doesn't want anything to do with you. The daughter that
Right.
fucking hates you, right?
Yeah, the
Michael
daughter that I
Fazio.
beat. Yeah.
Michael Fazio, or AKA Little Yellow Fella. Your last thoughts and comments for this live stream before we end the show.
On that note, the little yellow fella says he's been hearing stories about how tough Frank is in real life, but Frank wouldn't fight the little yellow fella because he was too fat and he was afraid the little yellow fella would sit on him. But when the little yellow fella loses all the weight, will Frank and he have a date? Or will he punk out again? That's it. Ding, ding, ding.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in. As you can hear, the little yellow fella is giving you the ding dong from his metal bucket, live from Bohol. And that was the toothbrush of Popeye 1. Thank you very much for tuning in once again. This is really fun.
Thanks, Popeye.
And I believe we should do it. We should do it again next week because the numbers don't lie. People want more of this kind of a show. If you have input, if you have any form of criticism, any ideas, please leave it in the comments. I will read through it and I make sure that you will be heard. And I hope the audio background this time was better than last week. Let's keep improving this. Let's give the people what they want. I'm in it at least until the end of this year, 2023. And if there is a reason to continue to do these live streams, why not just fucking continue to do it? But I think at least for the next 3 or 4 months until the end of the year, we will do regular live streams on this channel. And I think and I hope that you enjoyed this. I'll talk to you on the next one. Thank you very much, guys. Bye-bye.